Because when the opioid crisis starts in the sense of a British doctor who has created hospice, essentially, the and is one of the heroes of the story in many ways for me. Told you can only be, oh yes, Cicely Saunders, as Tricia says in the background. Cicely Saunders, love this. By the way, one last thing, sorry. A woman who is a nurse and says to a doctor, I think it's terrible inside terminally ill cancer wards, seeing people die and they can't go home. They can't go home because they're given pain medication every 4 to 6 hours. She says to a doctor, it would be great if we were able to find a pharmaceutical company that could develop a pain reliever that lasted a long time, maybe all day, so they could go home. He said, no one's going to listen to you. You're a nurse. They won't listen to you unless you're a doctor. So she went to medical school and became a doctor. I love that. And then she established the first a hospice at St. Christopher's. And she was looking for a drug company that could come up with a long-acting opioid. And she found one in a small drug company owned by the Sackler brothers. A British drug company developed a drug that could deliver morphine every 12 hours. And that became the ability to expand hospice. The Sacklers took that idea. They marketed the drug in America, didn't sell. But they said, you know what? We need a drug other than morphine. That has a terrible reputation among the public. So they came up with oxycodone. They mixed that into a long-acting pill. They got the approval from the FDA in 1996 to put it out as a drug that would be less likely to cause dependence because you weren't using it every 4 hours, only every 12 hours. And it was eventually dispensed like candy. And we created in the United States through doctors, just like the doctors who are butchering children today under the trans banner, doctors were dispensing opioids like there was no harm to them, creating habits, killing 100,000 people a year. The Sacklers, meanwhile, became billionaires, one of the wealthiest families in all of America. And as I say in my book format, it's one of the most disgraceful stories in not just American pharmaceutical industry, but in American history that we allowed it to happen for so long.